Okay, next I'm going to show you how to add a story to your story center. I'm assuming you're already in your story center, probably doing this during your story reviews that you do once a week. So you're in posts and you go add new, which you can either do here or here. I'm going to do it here. And you have a blank canvas. So you need three things. You need a headline, a picture, and the text. Now I have prepared something earlier. I have, where is it? And here. I've got some words down here. I'll make it a little bit smaller and that a bit bigger. All right, so I've got my story here, which I've got in Microsoft Word. Notice how I've got different typefaces here, and I've got a bold there, and I've got some bullet points. That's okay, and even a web address here, and that's okay too. I'm going to show you how that all works. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to copy and paste the headline, copy. I'm going to paste it into there. Probably not good having full stops. Also, I recommend having only a sentence case, which means only a capital on the first word, to be consistent with your other stories that we do for you. Now I'm going to make this window a bit smaller here and show you how to add a picture. Okay, so you go add media for the picture, and it is as simple as grabbing the picture here, which is on my desktop in a folder, and I'm just going to drag it in here. I'm going to wait till it loads. Here it comes. All right. The story really only needs to be maximum 640 across at the moment, but you can even display it smaller than that. So we recommend probably displaying it between those two there. Let's say 300 for now. Insert into post. So pick the picture and insert into post. Now, the cursor's there, you can see it flashing. You want to push two returns, return, return. So the mouse is there. And now you can either start typing in your story, or in this case, delete that, I'm going to copy and paste this from Word. That there, copy, and paste. And the beautiful thing is, it inserts a space after paragraphs, which is really nice, but also all my bullet points have stayed as well, which is really nice as well. There's actually two returns here, so I probably want to get rid of one of them, there, like that. Now, I might think that looks ugly. Maybe what I want to do, instead of having a web address shown in full, I might want to say, for more info, click here. And I want the word here to be linked to this thing here. So what I'll do is I'll actually cut that, get rid of that, select the word here, and then go up to here, insert link, and actually paste in the entire web address, and then add link. Now, when someone clicks on the word here, they'll go to the web address I just had before. Now you notice too that I had that in bold. That's also in bold, which is fantastic. But yeah, the story is now ready to go. So I'm going to just pull this back over here. I've got a bit more room. Now, there's two more things I've got to do. You've got to choose a category that best meets the stories, describes the stories. Now, we recommend that your own messages often can just be messages, so they're just messages from you. Maybe have them as messages, but you may want to categorize it as lifestyle. Maybe you have a number of categories. Maybe lifestyle because it's coffee, and maybe business because there's some great business advice there about investing in coffee, because I love coffee and I love investing in stuff that people love. I can see why I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, and next you need to schedule it. Now, to make the story appear in the right spot, it's important that you choose the right time to schedule. The aim is just to schedule it between the time that the first welcome story is posted and when the other stories post, so it appears in the top of your stories. Sounds confusing? Well, it is a bit confusing, but we made it easier for you. Basically, the time that you should schedule your own stories is on our website, which is down below. So this is on our help pages in the support area, adding your own stories. We have down the bottom of the page the time is to schedule your stories. Now I'm in South Australia, so that's my time there, 10:32 a.m. Well, I'm copying that, copy that. Now I'm going to go back to the thing here and go, so don't keep publish, whatever you do, you have to schedule it. So you push edit, you then choose the date, it's the Friday of your week. The time was 10:32, let me check that. Yes, it was 10:32, but of course you'll be, and then might be in a different state, so it's a different time. Then OK that. So it's the Friday, 10:32 a.m., and then you schedule it. That story is now scheduled and will appear, if all goes correctly, beneath your welcome message, but in front of your other Feedsy stories, so your stories appear first. If you want to have more than one story of your own and you want them to appear in a certain order, basically the later the time, the higher up it appears in the story. So if I did a story at 10:33, it'll appear above this story. Now just notice too, there's an extra space here. You can actually edit your story too after you've scheduled it. So I'm actually going to bring this back one space. So there's only one space between the image and the text. That looks better. So I can simply update that and it's still scheduled. So once you've scheduled it, updating doesn't post it. It just changes it so when it does schedule, it's going to be what your current story is showing. Okay, so basically you need an image, you need a headline and text. Now, let's say you didn't have an image or you didn't want to buy a stock image. Now remember, just be careful copying images from the internet because they might have copyright issues. So we recommend either using what's called Creative Commons license. So do a search for Creative Commons to find stories which are copyright free, or create your own story, your own picture from your own library. Or if you can't find one, you can always use your welcome message image. Now, the best way of finding that is to create a space there, go add media. Now you start typing in welcome, W-E-L, and your welcome message should appear. There it is. Now my brand is Expert News, so I'm trying to type in welcome, but well will do enough. Well's going to find it. That is the welcome message. So that will appear here as a default, I guess, logo image for your story. So I'm going to insert that instead. So now my logo will appear in the story rather than a blank space. And then I simply hit update again. So the story is still scheduled. I've just updated the story before it goes out. So if I now go back to my posts, I should see it. There it is. Coffee is the new gold. So that's how you add your own stories.